Peace, peace, y'all. Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl Sunshine Monet L. Today is 12/19/8. Y'all love I love my 19s, my ones and nines. It's such a great day. Knowledge being born, your intellect, taking initiative, and the things that you're taking initiative on and action on and getting knowledge of. One is with the Aries Ogun energy, the gut controls the mind, and everything starts with the thought. So, giving birth to the things that's in your gut, that's in your thoughts, and seeing them come into fruition. We love it here. This is a great day for my manifestors. Starts with a thought. Okay. Also, happy heavenly solar return to my Aunt Eliza, the matriarch in my family. I love you so much, and we miss you dearly down here. Peace to the goddess. So let's get started. So we have the day of knowledge being born. That brings knowledge into our cipher. Once we give birth to this thing and we create a foundation with our intellect, or we take that cardinal energy and create a foundation, or having that balance between Mars, Aries, Hera, Kahuti, that one that rules over that first house can deal with restriction and discipline, while that 9 is Sagittarius, and that's the sacral chakra, and that deals with abundance and abundance and no restrictions, expansion. So you have the balance between restriction and expansion happening there too. And it's like finding a middle ground there, and then that's how we have the communication with the one, the intellect, the ketters, the downloads and stuff like that. And then 9 giving birth to something, bringing things into fruition. So that is a nice balance between the thought or the non-physical and the physical. Okay, so you got physical, non-physical, restriction and expansion. You have enforcer, and you have mercy. Okay. So these are things to think about. Also having thoughts on creating a utopia, being more philanthropic. How can you give back? How can we move in more optimism and more joy? Tapping into our creative space. Sharing the joy is heavy here too. So check on your friends if you got some joy to share and pour into other people's cups. Ashe. So when we do that, it brings like this 10, which is Jeb. Malkuth, earth energy. So now we really solidified things. We brought it all the way down to the earth self. Okay, we brought it to the actual physical world with it. It also can be interpreted as knowledge in our cipher. So now we have the intellect going on in our space, and it's being cyclic. And that's when you have multiple people that have the same thoughts, whether it's somebody on the other side of the country or on the other side of the world. We all connected on the ketters. All right. And then it brings us to 1, the Keter, the energy of the Keters. 1, taking initiative, knowledge, the gut that controls the mind, the trigger, the motivation. You know what I'm saying? What's your motivation? Y'all remember that commercial when it was like, what's my motivation? I think that was a Sprite commercial with basketball players. But anyway, so we have the 1, we're taking initiative, we're getting the downloads, the gut's telling us what to do. We love it here. And we're going to put that into this month of knowledge and wisdom that brings us what? Understanding. We are in the space of, creation and emotion and expression. We are in the space of standing under what we know and the wisdom that we have gained from exercising what we know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are standing under knowledge and wisdom of other people that we know, people that we don't know, people that we never met. And so in this space of time, it gives you an opportunity to stand under what you know and how you've been experiencing these past 11 months. Okay. So, look back, go through your journals, especially if you guys have been keeping up with me in the forecast as well as in the mathematics, and do your homework, do your work. Like, okay, I did all these things were happening above and below, within and without me simultaneously. So now with all of this, now that I see the hindsight moment, we say hindsight is 2020, but we only use our hindsight when we want to tell ourselves I told you so, or I shoulda, woulda, coulda did this, instead of saying, okay, let me do the Sankofa vibe and use my hindsight as foresight. You know what I'm saying? Because we're about to come into the year of 9, and the year of 9 is going to bring a lot for us, and be on the lookout for the year of 9, forecast that's coming up in the next few days. So what are you standing under? What are you expressing? What are you creating? And this is also the month of challenges. Challenges come to us, but they help us in our roots. They help us reroot ourselves. We're dealing with that Capricorn Saturn energy here. They're helping us find this discipline and order that we need with these challenges. You know what I'm saying? These are the elements that you have to deal with whatever it is you're trying to manifest, or these are elements that you're willing to deal with your manifestation. There's no such thing as running away from equal opposite energy when you want something, when you're manifesting something, when there's a lifestyle that you want to have. It's going to be difficult no matter which direction you go. So, embrace the challenges because they give us strength and it gives us a really good story that we utilize to inspire the other people around us. That's what we do. We spread information. And with these threes, we are also coming into a space where not only are we spreading different kind of information verbally and physically, sharing our stories, especially here on these social media platforms, but also genetically. We're changing the DNA code that we're giving to our bloodlines, our lineage, our descendants. Okay, so they're going to have different kind of information in their bodies based upon how we've been standing under ourselves. So all that astral projection and meditation and breathing and being intentional and Reiki and all that stuff, for some of you guys, if you have intentions of procreating and staying in this same space and lifestyle, you guys are really like recoding some things and you are giving life to some babies walking around with some really dope information. Anyway, that's going to bring us to 4. I already talked about the root already, so I don't even got to repeat myself. 4 also deals with home and family as well. We get into that Cancer energy, the moon energy, feminine vibes, etc., etc. So we're going to take that forward and we're going to put it to the year of 8. This is the year of Sebek. This is the year of building and destroying. High highs make low lows. The goal is to be the homeostasis in the middle, okay? We're going to be the peace. We don't want to go too high because he's going to come down here. But those that are here are going to go up here. But do y'all want to go through all the stuff that's in this middle that makes y'all that high or that low? You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's very heavy. That can be very extreme. Like Oya. Oya was very extreme. Sometimes unnecessarily. So how extreme are you trying to be? This also deals with the rise and fall of empires. Oya rules over the witches, the elders, and business. So we see transformations happening in those spaces. Oya ruled over the winds and the storms. Oya is over there in Shango right now. And if you know the stories of Oya and Shango, they are past lovers. And they is back capping. And Shango out there with the lightning bolts. And Oya out there with the windstorms. So be mindful. In addition to that, 8 also deals with Sebek energy. Now we're in Mercurian energy. This is Had, which is splendor. We're dealing with the celestial technicians, which is labeling and classifying and specifying things, putting things into their parts and their places. New tribes are being created, new bloodlines, new hierarchies, new caste systems, new governments, new corporations, new order of operations. And we're dealing with that heavy with Pluto and Capricorn on the Vedic chart or whatever, creating transformations in our infrastructure and our roots and stuff like that. So that's very heavy here. 2 on the 8th is being brought to us by Chokma in our cipher, Chokma in our Chesed, which is Jupiter energy, heavy. This is been a heavy Jupiter year of expansion and abundance and exaggerated energy. Because Jupiter not only rules over the Chokma, the wisdom, but Jupiter, also rules over Chesed, Maya, with the 4th Sephira in the Kabbalah. So having that mindset, this has been a great space for my Jupiter people, my Pisceans, my Sagittarius. This has been a great year for you guys to expand and go out. I just found out today that Kai Sinai is a Sagittarian. I'm like, see, he's a beautiful example of the 8s, okay? So it's like the whole new reclassification of who are the new celebrities. Now they're the influencers. Everybody's more invested in these social media influencers and interactions than once upon a time in my age. It was the kids on Nickelodeon and it was the kids in the magazines and stuff like that. So it's like, you see the transformations happening. Saturn, is over there in Pisces, creating challenges to the delusions and illusions and things in the subconscious and beneath the horizon. So while we're dealing with these transformations in the physical and the non-physical, those transformations are happening as well in different caste systems, hierarchies, and things like that in the non-physical realm. So, a lot of you guys have been channeling. I can feel that. Tap into, my readings tonight to expand on that a little bit. Anyway, let's keep going. 8. The 4 goes into 8. It brings us back to knowledge and wisdom. Overall, today is a day of understanding. We come to a day of understanding and an agreement and realization of what's going on. And hopefully as you sit here and listen to this mathematics, it is bringing you to a level of 3. Today is a great day for my 3, 6, 9 life pathers. My people born on days of multiple of 3. Whether it's 3, 12, 21, 30, you guys, this day is, heavy for you. And all my people that's 6s and 12s and 15s, y'all matter too. But, especially for you guys, my 3s, today can be a very emotional day for some of you guys. Today is a great day to express, get it out. Whatever it is you need to get it out today. Today, express. That is the equal opposite energy of depression. So if you're dealing with that Bina of depression and you're oppressing yourself and you're standing under stuff that's outside of yourself and it's pressing you down, express. Okay? And that's what I got for you in the Supreme Mathematics. It's a great day. It's a great day of expression. So let's talk about what's astronomically happening in the cosmos. We start the day off with an 85% waning gibbous moon. We're still in that moon of cleansing, but we're cleansing like the tangible things out of our space. You know what I'm saying? Moon rising at 9:07 p.m. and setting at 10:44 a.m. Now, tropically in our thought process, we are in Leo. So in our mindset, being confident, courageous, tapping in our inner child, being in a good mood. I bet in a good mood today. We are there. You know what I'm saying? In our energy exchanges, we're still in Cancer and home and family, dealing with our maternal energy, our internal energy, mother energy. And in Draconic, we're in Leo in the inner child too. So Leo can bring that father type paternal energy, but Leo can also be the child, while Cancer brings that maternal energy and the nurturing and things like that. This is also ruling over the left and the right side of the third eye. So you have the experience and the insperience. And I guess that's where that expression from depression thing popped up in my head. But yeah, definitely learning how to have that flow between how you're experiencing and experiencing things. Okay, not only should you just be collecting downloads, but you should be putting uploads up as well. Just don't keep taking. So the moon was at a 20-degree Cancer, finding wisdom in our cipher. It was also in the Icyesha Nakshatra. So this is a 9th lunar mansion. This deals with the coiled serpent. Also, the Nagas. Today is the day of the Naga. Shouts to Naga Netter. And if you guys are not in alignment with Naga Netter, y'all better check him out on YouTube as well as on Facebook. But the coiled serpent represents Kundalini energy, transformation, and hidden wisdom. This deity represents the potential for venomous deceit and the power for profound healing and spiritual awakening. And its energy invokes fear in people because, people get scared of the serpent. People get scared of when they see the Nagas. So this energy is usually seen as maleficent, but that's because it brings fear out in people. But it doesn't necessarily be a fearful thing, because some of you guys out there are life pathers. Some of you guys embrace the Nagas. Some of you guys embrace the Kundalinis and the snakes and stuff like that. So it depends on who you are. There's also space of having sharp wit, being tapped into your sexuality, manipulation, cheating, and selfishness is heavy here. I also read that you never want to marry a woman that's born under this nakshatra. My apologies to the goddesses in the back that's born under this nakshatra. The planet in the space is Mercury, representing intellect, adaptation, and communication. It's connected to past lives, genetic heritage, and primordial nature. The male cat and a spotted owlet are the animals in here. Sunrise this morning was at 7:17 a.m. and set at 4:36 p.m. We started the day tropically at 27 degrees Sagittarius. So in our thought process was finding that balance and harmony and justice, because 2 could deal with that in the Mayat, 7 could deal with that with the Oba scales, as Libra does rule over the 7th house. That brings it to 9, so giving birth. So how balanced you are in your experiences and your emotional self and your bonds and your contracts and things like that, that is what you're giving birth to today. And we had that experience in the 3rd house, which is in communication and adaptability. Now, Vedic speaking, we started the day off at a 2 degree in Sagittarius, so it was really finding wisdom in that sacral chakra in the 3rd house. The moon and Regulus were in conjunction today as too. Regulus is the star of riches and the little prince and the little king or whatever in the Leo constellation. So for all my manifestors out there, you wanted to get the money, today is a great day to do it. That conjunction actually occurs later on tonight at 11:09 p.m. The moon will be 2.2 degrees north. We have officially entered the energy of Isis in the Egyptian calendar. This energy goes on from today until December 31st. This is the goddess of nature. The energy here is being honest and straightforward, sociable, romantic, humorous, and being a team player. So that's what I got for you today, my Cosmic Nobodies. I love it here. And I love you. Reach out if you would like a personal reading, whether it's in astrology, numerology, crystal healing, herbal healing. You know I'm a holistic healer and I love what I do. And I am here for you. Peace, y'all.